I've learned to just go through hardship, but to find what is good in your life regardless. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, that's
super crazy.
That's
your life, you know.
Aloha everyone from Hawaii Entrepreneurs. I'm Darren. We have brother Keli'i and sister Deslynn over here.
Hi guys.
Hey, we just wanted to talk to Deslynn about what she does and everything, and just listen in, and then we'll talk about what she does and how she can help you with your business and just in life in general. So anything you want to add, Keli'i?
Yeah, guys, thank you guys for being here. You guys came to the place where we can connect, collaborate, and create, and that's why we got this sister right here. She's been all over the world. We talked off camera a little bit, from Kauai to Oahu to Japan. A lot of great life experiences, and we're excited to have her here. So, Deslynn, tell us a little bit about kind of what you do here, and what you can bring to help some of the local people here in Hawaii.
Oh yeah, sure. Aloha guys, I'm Deslynn Jaquias. I'm on the island of Kauai. I'm born and raised, and I'm an entrepreneur. I started my own business back in 2011. It's called Kauai Girl. I temporarily put it on hold to help take care of my grandmother last year during hospice care. And I also started a new business called Healing with Aloha. I launched first my podcast last year. And initially I started on SoundCloud, then I moved it over this year to Anchor.fm. And so it's currently on 8 platforms and it's global. And so it's gone as far as to UK, Philippines, Japan, New Zealand, Australia. And so it's really encouraging because, I'm from Hawaii. My first language is Pidgin. I didn't learn to confidently speak English properly until I moved to Oahu from Kauai when I was about 1920. Because the people on Oahu, I live Honolulu, didn't understand my Pidgin. and
two pigeon in Kauai.
It was two. Yeah, I belonged in Waianae.
Oh, there you go, sis.
West side.
And then this year, I decided, for over 10 years, in working in Hawaii, I work with nonprofit organizations. I work for the county of Kauai, serving the public, as a mentor, I used to be a performing arts director, and then I worked in the housing department, helping families. And I decided this year was the year I'm just going to go wholeheartedly in and offer one-on-one coaching, and then also doing workshops because I've been public speaking since 1994. So
wow,
yeah,
you kind of do everything. It sounds like.
Yeah, I just want to do one-on-one coaching, but I love inspiring people. So Hawaii Entrepreneurs is perfect.
Yeah, congratulations on that. Hey, tell us more about your one-on-one coaching. Like, what does it entail, and give us maybe some golden nuggets of what your mentorship is all about.
Yeah, sure. So first of all, you guys can, if you just want to kind of get to know me and see if we're a match, I would recommend that people do the free 30-minute strategy call.
There you go.
My background is I started. It's funny, okay, because I know Keli'i gonna understand. Well, I don't know, Darren, your history, but in high school I was a cheerleader for 3 years, right? And so I learned the core of empowering people and encouraging people. Because when you support your school, off the first 2 games if we're gonna win or we're gonna lose, correct?
True that.
Especially in Hawaii, it's like depending what division are, you kind of know where we're gonna be, if we're gonna be number 1 or maybe last place. I learned the skill of empowering people and believing in people even when all odds are against them.
Wow.
And so what I wanted to bring to the table as far as one-on-one coaching, which is what I've been doing since 1994, is people already have within them their dreams and their goals. Along the way growing up and in life, they get hindered by the mindset, they get hindered by maybe what was told to them growing up,
Yeah.
or like even adults.
Society.
Yeah, and society
right.
says you got to be on a certain type of way.
Exactly.
And so my goal is to talk stories with you and draw out of you what is in you. Like, I don't care how much money you have, who you know, who you don't know, what your mother, father, sister said, or anybody. Like, what if those things weren't even an issue, what would you really want to do? You know, no matter how small or large. And to keep you accountable, I'm helping one of the people I'm coaching. She's learning how to do TikTok, and you know, I'm like live with her, like, okay, bust out your phone. And she's like, oh, I don't want to do it. I was like, no, we're gonna do this. You're gonna act crazy, you know. And so like, I have her like on FaceTime, and so she's on the computer FaceTiming with me, and then she has her cell phone on TikTok, and I'm coaching her like, okay, you're gonna see this, and you're gonna be like, hi, you know, and just really coaching people, because a lot of it is, as entrepreneurs, you have to be out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, agreed.
You know, if you only do what you
100%.
if you only do what you've known all this time, you'll never meet new people. Because having a business it's not about money. It's exchanging energy and exchanging knowledge.
Value.
Yeah, it's value. And so I want to empower people to believe like you're on the right track. It's just now, how do you get your message out to other people? And so I'm really good in Instagram. I'm really good in TikTok, and I'm learning with you. So there's no judgment.
Yeah.
You know, and I used to teach Zumba fitness and hip hop.
Oh, wow.
And so my attitude is like I'm real cheerleader. You know what I mean? Like men and women.
Yeah.
And so even if you come in all help, like, sorry, I was going to say help boot, but if you come in feeling like, oh, I cannot, you know, I'll give you like practicals, like to just do like, hey, let's do a 30-second practice. What are you going to say? And coach you through it. And just take baby steps. And so ideally I want to work with people, like 10 sessions, because it takes a month for you to even gain one habit.
Sure.
Yeah. So it's a lie for me to say, oh, I'll get you one time and then you'll be solid. Yeah. You know, so 10 sessions. But like I said, book a free 30-minute strategy call, and then we can see from there if I'm able to assist you about your mindset.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Hey, that's had some chicken skin when you're talking about that, and I can relate because I did play basketball, right?
Yeah,
that's right.
So I know what you're talking about. But I also wanted to touch up with your other business too, Healing with Aloha podcast. Can you tell us a little bit about that as well?
Yes.
And what it's all about.
So the podcast, I wanted to do a podcast for about 3 years, but I just didn't have the confidence to do it. My first language is Pidgin, and you know, when you look at podcasting, it just seems so like you gotta be professional, you gotta articulate, you gotta be organized, and if you look at other people in the mainstream and compare yourself, you can get intimidated. But then, so what I did was I had to scale back and go, what is the heart behind it? And so Healing with Aloha, the heart was to dedicate it to my sister. I have a sister, a younger sister. She passed away. She was in a vehicle accident back in September 2001, 11 years after the September 11 event. Wow. And the journey through that grief journey was so painful, guys. Like, it was such a dark time. And when I came out of it recently, I was like, you know what, maybe if I can just help one person that's grieving, that feels so alone, that feels so isolated, so hopeless, I that's my job. And so when I launched it, it was when my grandmother was in hospice care, and grandma had said, you know, do what makes you happy, because in the end you can't blame no one. And so that's why I launched the podcast, and hope to help someone that needs to feel love, that needs to feel aloha, and they just need to believe that they're not alone in what they're going through in life.
Powerful. Chicken skin again. So Kili, go ahead.
I'll go on this one. Yeah. So I mean, you know, I think when you talked about before, you know, taking a risk, you know, everyone needs to, you know, we're all so comfortable, you know, me with Darren, our big thing was IG, and we know it in and out, coming to Facebook and TikTok and all these other, you know, it is a little scary, right? Or even doing this right now, right? Like as much as we can talk to a computer, right, with you guys over
Yeah.
here, at first take, it's like, dude, are we even gonna be able to do this? I know I had this conversation with Darren. I'm like, bro, I don't know if we can do this, man. But now, you know, you do it so much, you know, after a while, it's, you know,
It's
it becomes a
automatic.
little
Natural.
easier, right?
Yeah.
And then, apart from grieving it, I think we all can, you know, think of a time when something like that happened, whether it's a family member, you know, maybe even your
Yeah.
dog or something like that. Like, man, you know, Hawaii is all about family, and without our
Mhm.
ohana, you know, it takes a step back to everything that, you know, is taught to us. So yeah, I think it's important. I think a lot of times in Hawaii too, growing up, we're taught to just be tough, shake it off, like, hey, never
Suck
mind,
it up. Yeah.
suck it up, just go, you know. And even for myself, you know, I had some times where I'm like, bro, like sometimes it's maybe good to talk to somebody. So yeah,
Yeah.
that you know, Darren hit it, chicken skin. I definitely got that when you're talking about that.
Yeah.
So wow,
100.
that's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Thank
Now
Yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about where you are now and what you've been doing now, let's talk about, you know, little Deslynn, you know, before high school, you know, what you was doing in Kauai, you know, your upbringing, you know, how was your childhood like? I like asking this question because it goes to show where you were before and what you've done so far, you know,
Mhm.
because I'm sure you've had roadblocks. You know, you mentioned
Oh
grandma,
yeah,
you
a
mentioned
lot.
your sister. So, you know, talk to us a little bit before that, you know. What was your
So
upbringing like, and what were you like before you came to who you are now?
so my
Yeah.
my father is originally from Hilo on the Big
Okay,
Island,
Big Island,
and
nice.
my mom is originally from Oahu, Waipahu.
Okay,
And so they both
Okay.
transferred. They both came here and they met each other, and then they started their family really young.
okay,
My parents had us. Well, not me, but like my first two siblings as teenagers,
okay.
and
How
Okay.
and
come they
so
moved to Kauai? For their family, that's all?
you know, I don't know why my dad moved here.
Okay.
I think maybe for work, but
Oh,
my grandpa is he served in the military, so he was gone, and then
okay,
he came here to. He's from Kauai. And
okay,
so he moved back to
Okay.
family because the family, some of the kids, I'm not going to say who, was
okay,
getting in trouble.
okay.
And so
Sounds like
they,
local families. Somebody always getting in trouble. Somebody always getting busted for something.
and so they moved there in hope to like start new and
Okay,
fresh and
okay.
whatnot.
Okay.
Fair
So
enough.
Sounds good.
my grandparents, they're very key in helping raise us because my parents are such young
Yeah.
parents.
Hmm.
And so I had like my parents did the best that they could, but my grandparents, you know, was like the major part of it.
Mm.
So everything is simple, you know, like for us, we go to the beach, we go camping and whatnot. But the one thing, and I realized a lot of local people can relate to is we're always going to have people in our family that we really love, but maybe they struggle with addiction.
Hmm.
They
Mm.
struggle with alcoholism, and because of those things, it directly impacts us. And
Sure.
so I grew up experiencing different types of trauma,
Mm.
and and that's why I threw myself into positive activities like dance, cheerleading, and track and whatnot, because it was like either I'm gonna get sucked in and
Mm.
repeat
Yeah.
history, or I'm gonna go this way. And
Wow.
I I intellectually knew that I didn't want to go that way, and so I went
Mm.
the opposite direction. And that's why I strive to be positive. You know, hurricane. You guys know that Kauai got hit by two hurricanes, Eva,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, and Iniki. So the first
Mhm.
hurricane back in '82, our house was so old when it came. It devastated our house. We
Wow.
had no,
Really?
yeah. So I look at the pandemic and like, dude, like we had like
Wow.
no electricity. I mean, we were, thank God we were in the house, but our home was devastated. I had no home to go back to,
Mm.
Wow.
you know. And then 10
Wow.
years later, it hit again when I was going into my senior year. And so I've learned to just go through hardship, but to find what is good in your life
Hmm.
regardless.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow,
Super crazy.
I like the story of from getting devastated and then bouncing back. That's what it's all about. And I'm sure that's how you can talk to people on your one-on-one mentorship. Because we're always going to bounce back, and it's kind of funny. Like we talk about in business, we talk about money. It always replenishes, yeah. But what doesn't replenish is your time and everything, right? So take the time, folks, to do something positive, because you're not gonna get it back. Yeah, money will always be replaced.
No,
Yeah.
I agree. Your mental, the inner peace. Like like if people ask me like what was most important after I lost my sister, and then guys, in 2012, my dad died also from a tragic accident.
Oh,
And
God.
so
Yeah.
so both my grandpas died from cancer, and
Wow.
then my dad. So it was like, just when you think you had faced the hardest things in life, and then boom, boom, boom. And so
Adversity. Wow.
I think the greatest thing to focus on is having inner peace, and being wise with who you engage with, business wise and life wise. Because if, as much as you love your family and friends, if they're toxic and they put you down because of your efforts as an entrepreneur, because they don't understand. Some people will never understand why we choose what we choose. Then you have to distance yourself from them, because if not, you can always like stay where you're at, because you fear people judging you. But it doesn't matter. It's kind of like the crab in the bucket mentality. You put one crab, the thing pop out.
Keep
right?
pulling them. Yeah.
But if you put multiple crabs, when one crab is trying to crawl up, they pull them down. And that's how it is over here. It's like people feel intimidated when they see you striving and you dreaming and you taking steps. Instead of them help you, they're like, oh, what, you think you bad? Oh, what? And it's like,
you
no,
think you're
I
better
don't
than
think
me.
I'm bad. Yeah. Oh, what? You all of that now? You make money? Oh, what? And it's like, no, it's not even like that. Like, I'm here to help you if you want to. And so, like, just protecting your inner peace.
Look, guys, I think it's another reason.
Awesome.
Look at all this experience she's had, you guys. So, yeah, reach out, man. You guys need some help. You guys need some direction. This is the sister right here. She definitely got it for us.
Yeah. Hey, so Deslynn, we wanted to know like how and why did you get into your business?
I got into it because you kind of know growing up that you're different. You kind of like, there's certain things about you. Like you try to, the best way. Remember when you guys are growing up and they have that toy when you put the shapes inside the box? You know that
the stars,
the toy,
triangle,
the star, the heart. When you're growing up and you're working different jobs, you kind of just know, like, this is not working for me, and you try to be like everybody else, do the 9 to 5, or you try to work in an office setting, and it's not working. I started having health issues, like my immune system got compromised. But I was like, nah, the money's good, right? So you keep going, but your body will tell you you can't. Like, as much as your mind tells you go for it, your body would, because it's rejecting the environment. Like if it's a toxic environment, your body will, the stress on your body will eventually catch up to you. And so I knew, but it's like, it took confidence. It took years to just go all in, because I've been doing it more of a side hustle since 2011. And so then you get burnt out, so you stop. You go, you stop, you go.
Or you hit a roadblock maybe, and then you're like, oh man.
Yeah, and so that's why like joining like Hawaii Entrepreneurs and Rush Wahine was really key, because where you live, sometimes nobody who wants to mentor you, that is willing to teach you stuff and not feel fearful that you could take over or you make money or take their clients. And so I needed that. So only like this year I felt more solid to go all in. But prior to that, there's like, you hit roadblocks and then you just forget it, I quit.
So
but then
I got a question.
you know,
I'm sorry to interrupt. You know how you said
no,
you were growing up and you're like, there was something in me, you know, I felt different. You know, I wasn't, maybe you don't feel accomplished. Do you think everyone has that? Do you, like growing up, do you think everyone has that feeling at least once or twice in their life to go ahead and take a risk and take the leap and do it? What is your
they,
thoughts on that?
I think people have a sense of it, but if they keep surrounding themselves with people who are opposite of them,
There you go.
they conform.
Yep. They're
Yeah,
gonna do
yeah,
what
Like
yeah.
everyone else does, right?
I'm
They're
the
just gonna
only one in my
follow.
family who's like this. Like they don't understand. Like, what are you
Wow.
doing? You know what I mean? There's
Yeah,
nobody
yeah,
else
yeah.
who does that. Why do you put videos up? Why do you talk about this guy? Because I want to.
Wow.
You know, I was told, well, who do you think you are? Oprah Winfrey? I'm like, no, but I like Oprah.
Hey, I like her too. She's a good one.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's really key. I left Kauai when I was 19. And so I think moving to Oahu, Maui, and then when I left Japan, you become more open-minded. But if you
Mhm.
just stay where you're at, and I love Hawaii, but if you just
Yeah.
stay on one island and you just never leave, then you're gonna not challenge yourself, because you get the same people in your life. If they're not entrepreneur, they're not gonna challenge you, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas if
Yeah.
you surround yourself, and that's why I'm doing it virtually with Hawaii entrepreneurs and
Yeah.
Rush
Yeah.
Wahine. It's like,
Yeah.
I left
Yeah.
Kauai for 15 years, so I know what I'm here for is just now like connecting with people virtually.
Okay. You mentioned Hawaii
I can
entrepreneurs. Oh, go ahead, Darren. Go ahead.
no, I mean, no. I'm just like, I can totally relate, to you and everything. So, yeah, no, that's awesome. So,
Yeah.
go ahead,
No, yeah.
Kiwi.
Yeah. So I was just gonna say, like, for myself with Hawaii entrepreneurs, I mean, you know, I have a big family. There's 7 of us, and I'm the second
Wow.
youngest, and I'm like the only one sister like you doing like stuff like this. So my brothers and sisters like, wow. I mean, they're not
Hi.
telling me, oh, you think you better, but I'm sure they might have thought that in the beginning. But like, I think we got enough respect for each other, to be like, hey, why are you doing it? What are you doing? And now they don't even ask, to be honest.
Yeah.
Now they're just
Yeah.
like kind of on my side. They're rooting me on and stuff. So like,
Yeah.
yeah, just
Good.
to a little bit. So I do want to just say one more thing, because you mentioned Hawaii entrepreneurs. You mentioned Rush Wahine, right?
Yes.
We've heard of them,
Yeah.
and they're pretty similar to what we do, but it's all women group, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All the girls out there. All right.
Yes.
So yeah, all the girls out there, Rush Wahine, check them out too as well, right? And that
Yeah.
gives you some
Yeah.
confidence there too as well, huh?
Yeah. You guys are very complimentary to each other.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
So you got your business, you're doing it right now. Okay. So you've been doing this for a few years and you've seen some roadblocks, right?
Yes.
So just to let some of the people know out there, you've had some roadblocks. If you were to do things differently and do it all over again, what is some things that maybe you would have changed that you would have done differently starting all over again?
I would have connected with other entrepreneurs sooner, because
Yeah.
my family didn't understand why this was important to me. And so I would get like judgment or criticism. Like, I don't even know why you trying that, or you dream too big, or you're not gonna make money. And so I think that was the roadblocks, is like they didn't want me to try something new because they've never done it before. And so what I would have done differently is I would have connected with people who were like-minded and who resonated with me, because you cannot do it on your own. You really need to be humble and ask for help in areas you're not good at.
I just want to say something real quick too. Yeah, like me connecting with Darren, right? And maybe you guys might not know this, but I wanted to further my knowledge in the digital world, which is Instagram. And I looked all over, right? And there's companies in the mainland, and I was like, bro, I don't really want to, they're so far away. If something happens, right, I don't really trust them. So I was looking for consultation, and that's how I found Darren, right?
Oh,
And he's the one who showed me IG. And actually, it was from another friend. It was from another friend that knew Darren that I didn't know. I'm like, who is this guy? I see him all over, right? And it was a friend from high school, actually, believe it or not. And I'm like, bro, hey, connect me with this guy. So I said, what's up? You know?
Oh,
So
you're talking about Cooney, huh?
yeah, it was Cooney.
Cooney.
Friend Cooney. Yeah,
Cooney.
my friend Cooney from high school played baseball together. Yeah, and I
Nice.
was like, hey, bro, who's this guy? He's like, just say what's up. I know him for a little bit. And then boom, boom, boom. And then we're just like, you know,
Yeah.
there's got to be more people like me that want
Yes.
help, right?
Yeah.
And then Darren's like, dude, hey, check this out. You know, hey, I'm thinking about doing this. And we're like, bro, I'm all in. Let's go for it. Let's do it. And that's kind of how we were like, let's get more people together from Hawaii that want this. And it's so funny you said that because it just translate and makes the universe come together and like, bruh, I think we're going the right direction, man. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you guys are like, even what you guys are doing in the group and providing a lot of training with the different units. I think the people that are already in there, they need to go through the units because like I said, it's a expensive, like the investment, what you guys are providing for Hawaii entrepreneurs. I've done my research, guys. It's thousands and thousands of dollars to learn what you guys are offering, and you guys are making it like professional, but you're also local, you know, so you understand our pitfalls and our roadblocks. And I think if you're already in the group, you gotta utilize it. Like, you don't even know, guys, you're sitting on a gold mine.
Right on this.
You know what's funny
thank you.
you know, thank you very much. You know, we've been through a lot. We invested a lot, and so that's why when we created it, we knew how to build it out so that people can follow. Because when we've gone through it, it's like, you know, it's like a huge maze, and we wanted to simplify it so that, you know, people can do it step by step and, you know, on their own time. But eventually, you know, folks, if you're listening in, you know, if you want to, you know, improve your digital game, I mean, we have it there in the unit, so just go for it. But yeah, thanks for sharing that, Deslynn.
You're welcome.
We wanted to ask you, you know, like, this is what we ask everybody, and it's pretty much like, what drives you, and what is your why? You know, because that's what makes the story. What is your why?
So why do I do what I do is the reason why I healing with Aloha is because Aloha to me is, in essence, it's love and kindness, and I just want to be an extension of God's love in this lifetime. And if I can, you know, make someone feel loved and believed in, I think that in itself changes the world, because by you feeling loved, you're able to love others, and then it's a ripple effect into the world. So that's what motivates me. I have gone through dark times, and I don't want anyone ever to feel that there's no hope for them.
Yeah.
That's so powerful.
Awesome.
Just that little sentence right there.
I know.
I'm just like, oh man, it's making me think like, wow, dude, that is so
strong. When I do my interviews, guys, I hold back from crying because it takes courage, first of all, to tell your story. And then it takes courage to continue on. And I always think I'm carrying on people's legacy. Like my sister, my dad, my grandparents.
Wow.
And that's why it's important for us to do what makes us happy, because in essence, you're teaching your kids and you're teaching other people to do the same.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
That is so fire. Right on.
I agree. Yeah. Hey, so folks, you know, get uncomfortable, you know, you know, pursue your passion, and, you know, just don't stop, because it's like, at the end, you when you look back at everything, you know, you can say to yourself, like, you know, I went for it, you know. So
yes,
you lived your life, you know, you didn't live someone else's life. So yeah, I really appreciate the time that we spent today. And it's just, you know, what our mission is all about, Hawaii entrepreneurs. I mean, it totally just relates to like what you're doing out there.
Yeah.
And you know, we wish you the best, and we want to support you as much as we can. You know, I did have one more question. You know,
Okay.
going back a couple questions ago,
Okay.
talking about like what you're doing and stuff. You know, and did you have like, I wanted to ask, did you have like personal mentorship from somebody out there that, you know, that guided you to where you are today?
That's a good question.
Oh, well, you know, ultimately it's my faith in God guiding me.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
But like, I think the turning point was because my grandmother last year, you know.
Right.
I'm all emotional.
Yeah.
I remember just I was working my highest paid job last year, and I was like, oh, what do I do? Because like I knew she was gonna go into hospice care, and she was like 82 years old, and she just said, you know, you gotta do what makes you happy, because in the end you can't blame no one. And I was crying because it's like, yeah, it's easy for you to say that. Like in my mind, I'm like, Grandma, it's easy for you because you know you're grandma. But I remember resigning from my job, and I said, you know, I remember telling Papa the day before he died I was going to take care of her, and I was going to keep my promise, and I did. And so my grandmother, that's what carries me as an entrepreneur, is her just saying, do what makes you happy. You know, it's such a simple advice, guys.
Yeah.
But it's key, because some of the things that makes us happy, to some people are not gonna make money, but it makes us happy, you know?
Yeah.
And if you are in alignment with doing things that bring joy in your life, when the hard times come, guys, you're gonna be prepared, because you've already taught yourself what makes you happy, and it's become a habit to do what makes you happy. What makes me happy is music, you know, like listening to music and inspiring people. And so I know hard times don't come. It already came, so I'm not going to be shocked it's going to come. But I think that is the key, is, you know, allowing people to influence you, even though it's hard. Like for me, do what makes you happy. You think it's easy. It's not, because you got to deal with people telling you don't do it. Don't do it. You're going to lose money. You know, don't do it. You're not going to succeed. It doesn't, you know?
Play it safe time.
Yeah. And so my grandmother probably has had the most positive. I had a lot of people in my life, but my grandmother. Yeah.
Wow. Guys,
that's awesome.
Listen to that. I think right there too, that's some real golden nuggets, guys. Don't be a statistic, you know. Don't do the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. You know, I feel like I've done that in my life already, and that's, you know, me connecting with Darren, and what Deslynn saying is, find other people you can connect with, bro. Find other people that's on the same mind frame as you. You know, and as far as me and Darren's got, I think he can say the same for, as I'll say for him, is like, without each other, like backing each other up. Because there's been times even us were like, bruh, I don't think so, Darren. Like, it's not gonna work, bro. I don't know about this one, dude. We did everything else, but this one is too nuts, you know. And then Darren's like, oh, let's do it. And like, it's been both ways. So,
a lot of it is patience. Like what Bruce Lee said, be like water.
Right.
That's good. Dude.
You guys gotta flow with it. Like, you're not gonna always know where you're going.
Just do it, huh?
Yes,
it,
you guys are doing great. And I think everybody
Thank
in the Hawaii entrepreneurs, you guys have so much in you. And sometimes you're not good at something, you go find like a virtual assistant, or find someone to connect with.
Find the knowledge, right?
Or follow somebody on Instagram and talk stories with them. Like, you guys post stuff, I reply to you guys, because I'm learning. You know, you can connect and be mentored by someone, like, indirectly.
I agree.
I think that happens to us a lot. I'm like, damn, look at this guy, bro.
We do.
Look what this chick is. That's kind of why we found you. I said, oh, how's this sister? Let's hit her up, bro.
I gotta tell you guys something fun. So,
okay, tell us.
You guys know who is Dwayne Johnson?
The Rock?
The Rock, yes.
The Rock, of course.
Oh, okay,
That's my uncle. That's not right. That's wrong.
So he's like my favorite actor. And so I was like, they had the movie casting on Koi back in 2018, and I was like, oh, I really wanted to see Brada. And so I struggle with anxiety, but I was like, no, I'm gonna do it. So anyway, so I went for the casting call, and then I got into the Disney movie,
congrats.
Jungle Cruise, and then that's gonna launch. Well, it's supposed to be this year, but they moved it to next year. And then I was also an extra. My guys, I have no experience, okay. And then last year I was also like a movie extra. I was running. You can't see me because the clip is too fast, but I was on Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And so my only thing is just try, guys. Just try. Like, you don't know. And I got to see him on the movie set. I couldn't talk to him because you're not allowed to talk to them. But I could literally touch him. That's how close he was to me. Yeah. So just follow your dreams. You just never know.
Right on. That is. Thank you for sharing that. That's just
You're
another
welcome.
thing on your list that you did. You would have been upset, guarantee, if you never go. Like,
I know.
At least you went though and did it.
Yes.
You know? The shoulda, coulda, woulda with this one.
Yeah.
You went for it. So congrats on top of that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes. Hey, so the moral of the story, folks. Yeah. Don't live with regrets, and go out there, be you and do you. Like my friend from the Select Few 808, that's his slogan: be you, do you, be the select few.
That's awesome.
So go out and do it. And folks, reach out to Deslynn.
Do it. Reach out to her.
Her links are down below. In the Facebook group. So go ahead and click on it and check her out and make contact with her. Just say hello, and maybe tell her if this interview gave you some inspiration. Yeah. In fact, in the comments below, if you guys can do that, I greatly appreciate it.
And you guys are welcome to be on the podcast. It's connected to grief and loss support, self-care, and also mental health. So if you can share your business and just touch upon like something relating to those topics, by all means. I had a graphic designer come on, share about being a graphic designer. My friend from Hawaii, 7 sketches, and then he just shared about how art is like his anti-depression. So no need to be like this. Just contact me.
Let's do it.
I like 7 sketches. His artwork is dope. So
yes. He's doing big things.
Anyways, Deslynn, you have the floor right now. If you want to just drop anything, go ahead. You can drop whatever you want. This is your moment.
Guys, so I just wanted to say thank you most of all. I'm grateful to be here. Please book your free 30-minute strategy call. I gave the links on there, with the Calendly.
Yeah.
And then follow Healing with Aloha podcast. It is on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Anchor.fm. And I wanted to say a big shout out to Tara Fati of Rush Wahine, because the turning point for my podcast was when I connected with her in December.
Excuse me.
Your dog.
My dogs. Yeah.
And she just encouraged me to just open up a new Instagram and to open up a website. And I was like, another Instagram, and just listen, even if you don't understand why. Just listen and just put your whole heart into it. So the Instagram is brand new. I started in January, and it's like over 1,000 people. So it's just people you're connecting with.
Give her a follow, guys. Yep.
Yeah, guys. Follow me on Instagram, Healing with Aloha, and also the Deslynn Jaquias. I'm also on TikTok and on Facebook under those same handles. But I would love to get to know you guys and just be a support to what you're already doing. Thank you, guys.
All right, guys. Yeah, definitely go do it. 30 minutes to change your guys' whole life, guys. All right. She's got all the experience. So go ahead and hit her up. Darren, let's close it out, brother.
Yeah, I'll let you close it out. Go ahead.
I'll close it out.
All right, everybody. Do the outro.
Do the outro. All right. Guys, thank you guys so much for calling me, Darren, Deslynn. Thank you guys so much. Come to the place, to Hawaii entrepreneurs. You can connect, collaborate, and create. Aloha, everybody.
Aloha. Take care, guys.
Aloha.
Oh, gee.